This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight I've got another HMH Heavy Metal Heroes double feature for you. This time it starts with the ISU 130. And I'm going to go over some things that I like about this gun, or this tank, and some things that are absolutely terrible. And then we'll see where we go from there. Now first of all, we're on Swamp. Now this map lends itself to tank destroyers if you get good spotting, because you can sit back a long ways and shoot people. That's what tank destroyers are supposed to do. And this tank destroyer is no exception. Now the good news is it's got a good gun. The gun is very good. It's a little weird with the ammunition. I've heard some people say that it's kind of like the box tank. I don't know if you've ever seen the I believe it's the SU 100Y box tank. Now, I've not personally played that tank, but I hear it's the same way with the ammo. So the standard ammunition is a higher penetration, lower alpha damage round. And then your premium ammunition is a lower penetration, higher alpha round. And it's not normal. Like, it's not a full HE round or anything like that. You can see I'm trying to take a shot early, and it just doesn't quite hit. And I'm trying not to stick my head up because I don't have Sixth Sense yet. So I'm trying to keep my profile as small as possible. I do not want to get detected. Now, the very worst thing about this, okay, is it is essentially an ISU 152, but instead of the 152mm gun, you've got 130. Now, that tells you a few things. First of all, it's got no health, okay? Almost all of the tier 8 tanks that you come across will have more health than you. Okay, you see that Pershing right there? More health than you. You see that Lerva? More health than you. But look, first shot out, 568. And it's got a decent reload. I like that part of it. The gun is nice, but it's slow. It doesn't have a whole lot of armor, but you will occasionally bounce due to the fact that when people shoot at you, especially if they auto-lock you, they will likely hit your gun mantle, as we saw when I was in the prot yesterday. Same thing. It will bounce occasionally, but if they hit anywhere other than your gun mantle, they're going to pin you because you essentially got no armor and it's not sloped. Now on the back side of this hill, it'll be sloped slightly more, so I do have that chance of bouncing. And the Lerva come up for round 2. There it is, 541. Very consistent damage out of the first round. Now, the second round, like I said, it's got a higher alpha damage, even though it's not a true HE. And there I take the shot. I thought I was shooting the side of his turret, and I might be able to pin it. But unfortunately, he wasn't quite turned completely sideways, so I get nothing for it. Now, I pull all the way up to try to get a shot into him, and we track him. It's unfortunate, but you're going to see some people start shooting at me, and it's just like, nah, I ain't about that life. I'm going to back off. I'm in a tier 10 match. I only got 1,000 hit points. Well, the good news is they don't really have a tier 10 tank destroyer, so I'm good there. I think. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But this tank, I don't know. It reminds me... The only good thing it's got going for it is the gun. Everything else about this tank is not good. It doesn't have great speed. It doesn't have great maneuverability. It doesn't have great spotting. It doesn't have great view range. It's mediocre in every aspect except the gun. So that's what you've got to play it with. Do not throw yourself out into battle. Just sit back, wait for your targets, and there we go to shoot the mouse. He pulls forward and backs up because, you know, when you've got the most armored tank in the game, like that and the Japanese heavy. Oh, here we go. Can Spartan hit a moving target with this thing? Shot out. Oh, okay. Misjudged the velocity of the round there. Not a big deal. Will I make it two times in a row? Oh, he crashed into something. He didn't die, so come on. He's going a little slower and shot out. There we go. Right in his tailpipe. Alright, M103 is now broadside onto us. And we must be not detected yet, but that'll change shortly. There's 516. So we're averaging, you know, over 500 damage a shot right now. That's not bad. Now he's looking in the general. Now there we get a low roll, even though we hit him in the back of his tank. So right now, I should assume that I'm probably going to be spotted soon. And this is when I start noticing that that E5 pushed over the top of the hill and is coming up behind these guys. Now I move out to see if I can't get a shot into these guys. And, oh, M103, shot out. And we pin him again, 453. I try to angle, he immediately pins me, and there goes half my health. That's how quickly everything goes south for this tank. So keep that in mind, guys. This thing has no health. And the ISU 152, if you're wondering, if you're not 100% sure, only gets 10 more health than this. So it's 1,010 health instead of 1,000. So it's essentially the same thing with just a different gun. And honestly, a lot nicer gun. The 152's got a faster reload. A longer reload. It's got less accuracy. Probably, you know, it's just... This gun is very, very nice. I just wish they would give you some hit points to make it, you know, worth your while. Oh, E5's coming over. And... oh, man. Oh, come on, get out of the way. Get out of the way. And... we track him. Now it's me versus an E5. What's going to happen here? Oh, and then the goofy physics get me, and he's broadside on, and I punish him. And then I get shot in the back by a 1390. Yeah. Also has more health than me. You know? Like, I don't get what Wargaming thinks on some of the stuff. Like, I can understand certain things, like already not having all the health in the world. But how do you explain a light tank? Okay, same tier. Tier 8 light tank having more health than a heavy tank destroyer. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. A light tank having more health than a heavy tank destroyer. Yes, it's only 100 health. I get that. But it shouldn't be a thing. Alright? So, I don't know. They're not going to change it. Let's be honest. It's going to be that way. And, I mean, people have dealt with the ISU 152 that way for so long. And, you know, it's stayed the same. But it's just the thought process behind it. Now we're watching this Object 140, and he's about to completely fumble on this guy. They're both one-shot kills for each other, and he didn't even shoot the AMX. But, you know, it is what it is. We end up with 7 hits, 2 kills, which is 3,000 damage, 159 assisted, 2 kills. Second on the leaderboard with a whole bunch of nothing on the team. Look at that. Look at that matchmaking. Woo! Good teams. Alright, now we're on Tipfall or Thiepval Ridge, depending on who you talk to. And we are in the FV305. Now, you guys know I'm liking this tank. We haven't decided what we're going to call it yet. But, you know, I called it Big Bert last time, and that's kind of funny. But I also thought about calling it Ernie. I mean, think about it. If you call, you know, the FV304 Bert, why not call this one Ernie? Now, right off the bat, I start swinging left because I was going to go, hey, we're going to get over here in position. And then I realized my entire team is lemming training the other direction. So I'm like, all right, T-57 heavy, I wouldn't suggest you go that way. You may be ready to fire, but I don't think you're ready to go out there by yourself. So instead of going with that and going to my death, I'm going to go with the side that I can support and not have to worry about getting shot. Generally. So first off, I'm going to stop right here, not quite crest the hill, and I'm going to see exactly how far I can aim. Now right there, I've got a good position that I can hit most of the normal spots that people stop coming from the other side. So, you know, that's the good news. The bad news is there's nobody there. I'm sitting here waiting and nothing is being spotted. So, and I've got a heavy tank right next to me for whatever reason. Still not sure how that works. We got a heavy and a medium sitting in the base for whatever reason. 1390 shot out. Pow! 265. I can't really go pow. I'm going to have to go pew every time I shoot this thing. You can't go pow when you're hitting somebody for 200. So from now on, I'm just going to go pew. Pew. I'm a dork. I can't help it. Compose yourself, Spartan. You're a professional. God. Hopefully that's as funny to somebody out there as it is to me, because I'm literally in tears right now. So, we're going over towards the right. We find a rock. We're going to hide behind a rock and wait for somebody to be spotted. Now, we had a medium spotted there for a second. I'm looking that general direction. I saw where his shot hit, so I'm assuming that the guy's slightly out of our range, but then we get a guy over here on my left. Tiger 2, come on, zoom in, baby, zoom in. Oh, Tiger 2, you're begging for it. And shot out. Pew. 92. That's what happens when you hit armor with a high explosive round that isn't very big. Pershing, on the other hand, let me hit that thing. It's got no armor. Unless I hit his turret, but even then, it's probably not going to go well for him. And come on. Pow. Come on. Pew. Really? I splash him for 112? I did track him, but he immediately fixes it. And come on, am I going to get in that? Nope. Never mind. Guess that answers that question before it was even asked. Oh, great. This ought to be fun. How much do you guys think I'm going to hit an E100 for with this little tiny 5.5-inch gun with high explosive? Oh, Tiger 2. Pew. That was a little better, 250. And then he gets nailed for 350. Come on, get that thing. Oh, yes. Backside to a 5.5-inch gun. It's not really going to be a paddling now. Shot out. Nothing.
It's like we're shooting spitballs.
Didn't wait for it to aim all the way in, and we missed by... With this gun, that's a mile. Alright, so KV4. T110E5. Come on, guys. Give me something here. Give me something to believe in. Shot out. Pew.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Telling you, it's going to be a thing from now on. Just every time I shoot, every time I hit something in this, unless it's an actual pop, it's going to be a miss. So I'm like, all right, I need to get to a better location where I can actually get some damage on these guys instead of missing long. I kind of lawn darted it right into the ground there. Luckily, I survived, you know, because that's a thing. You can drop off a rock, fall 2 feet, and explode, and you can drop off a cliff and survive. I don't get it. It's a little wonky. Or cattywampus, or any of those other words that people probably don't remember. Come on. Oh, E100. I'm going to paddle you repeatedly. Come here. And shot out. Pew. 3 damage. That was a direct hit. Surely I can do better than 3 damage this time. Pew. Oh, there we go. 248. That's a much better hit. And we tracked him. Come on. Get loaded. Now, it's not a perma-tracker like Bert, but Ernie is not bad. Shot out. Pew. 37 damage. The problem is I'm hitting his skirt armor, which is specifically made to A, deflect, and B, soften high explosive shells. 135 there. We get another hit. The thing is, these tier 10 tanks aren't used to being hit so often by an artillery piece. So these tanks are going to drive tier 10 players absolutely batty. And until people realize that, you know, you're getting blasted by an arty that's not going to stop, it's not an autoloader, it's going to keep firing every 12 seconds regardless of what you think. Shut out. And we miss. Broadside on, and we missed. Go figure. That might have gave me 200 damage. And come on, shot out. There we go, 215. Oh, I forgot to say it. Pew. E5, come on, just stay there. Or if you could, pew.
That one left a big hole.
Maybe if he backs up and gives me the top of his tank to shoot at. Come on, back up into the mountain, give me the top of your tank to shoot at. Maybe I can pin it. Shot out.
Clearing gun.
122. Oh well. Now there's 5 tanks left. They're a long ways away. I've got no chance of pinning them from here. Oh wait, there is one here. Hello, Chieftain. Okay, goodbye, Chieftain. I'm still zooming in because I know you're there. And... shot out.
Fire.
Oh, I forgot that's a long flight time. Mortar, remember? Oh, he's coming right my way. Come on.
Gun
And...
loaded.
shot out. Oh, he turned left. See how long it takes? That is a long 2.7 seconds. That may be a thing. I don't know. But medium tank's all that's left. And I'm a long ways away. Maybe I can get across the map quick enough to go up and kill him. I mean, there's guys that are a lot closer than I am. But if I can get repositioned, I might have a chance. Look at me. 68, right across the swamp, no problem.
Focus on this location.
This thing doesn't care about terrain, really. I mean, it'll go 68 pretty much anywhere. Which is awesome, because you need it when you're fighting tanks 20 yards away. But we don't get the win, or we don't get the kill. 12 hits, 5 assisted hits, so not bad. What do we end up with? 1,892 damage, and the assisted is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's twice this week. That's not bad. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.